Back to the 10th floor, it's me, Matt.
Hi guys, happy
Hey.
September. It's Kat.
Happy September, indeed. It's the first broadcast, the second broadcast of, no, first broadcast of September. Last time it was August 31st, but I put the wrong date on and I said it was September 1st, but who cares? Who cares? Nobody called me out on it. Get on out of that waiting room, folks. Climb on into the elevator. It's time to go all the way up to the 10th floor.
All the way.
Climb on in. You know you'll want to join us, you, Dak, and Bob, Keita, Lola's mom, hi, Jenna, Bob Barry, and that's it so far. Chandra's not going to be with us. She's busy. I think that she's a secret agent. I think she might be working for the WSB. And the
Well,
cover is
really
yeah.
good at.
Yes. The cover is volleyball door person.
Mm-hmm.
So for volleyball games at the local high school, you know, to get in, you got to chip somebody $5. But I think the entry fee might actually be $3, and the rest is
Oh,
going to the WSB.
okay.
But she did bring fruit cups. She dropped off fruit cups, and she wanted me to distribute them here in the elevator. So everybody get a fruit cup. She wanted to bring something that was going to leave no crumbs. Nothing for Chase and Anna to follow.
There you go.
There you go. Which is why I think that she might be working with the WSB. She knows how to sidestep the cops.
Yeah.
You know, she knows how to not leave anything behind for the detectives to find, or the chief of police. So that's what's going on with Chandra. Hi. Hey, Michelle. What's going on, Michelle? Come on, get on in. Get over here. Somebody hit 10.
Yep. Hit 10.
Boom. You step out of the elevator. You look to the left. You know what you see? People standing next to the 10th floor sign. Do you all notice that as much as I do? Because I do. Every time that when I'm able to sit and watch and not just listen, and I notice that they're standing next to a monitor or something that says 10 on it.
I love it.
I'm like, hey, look at
I
that.
even love it more when they actually say it every once in a great while.
That's us. Well, Sandra's gonna finish her fruit cup later. She brought a salad, so
Okay.
she's chowing down on some leafy greens. Maybe a little blue cheese crumble on top.
I made a big giant salad yesterday.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was Daddy T's birthday.
It was your dad's birthday yesterday.
It
Yes.
was. It was. Well, happy birthday to him, and happy birthday to the little blonde one as well, my niece.
Yeah, her birthday's actually
We don't have to say the date exactly, but
exactly.
you
But
know.
anyway, her birthday party was at my house yesterday. We had the bouncy house with the water slide and everything. The kind that you rent, the blow up kind you rent. We had all that.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was a good time. It was a good time. So we're still feeding off of that energy up here on the 10th floor, everybody. So settle in. We're having a party. We're having a whodunnit party,
Yeah, we
General
are.
Hospital style. All right. Last
Oh my
week,
gosh, yes.
last week we saw it. Kabloo kablow, collapsing down. There goes Congressman Kane.
I know. And what was crazy about it was not only did that person shoot him in the back, but stood over him and shot him in the back
Shot him
again.
twice. Honestly, when that second one went off, I'm like, oh my God, they killed Drew.
Yeah.
But then no, he's all right, and he's gonna walk. And he didn't die, and everything's going to be okay with Congressman Kane. So if anybody's worried about the future of Drew, he's still going to be on the show, gosh darn it. He's living.
Yeah, he's not going to die. But we didn't really suspect he was going to die anyway.
No. It's funny because I saw somebody online suggest that it was Scout, and I just know that they weren't watching Days of Our Lives. And I just know that they weren't. I know that they weren't.
No.
But it did
No.
make me laugh at
And
that. I'm like,
on that
ah.
other show, the little the character of Rachel, you could kind of see that child shooting somebody.
Oh, absolutely.
But you can't see that with Scout.
She's turning into a little nut job, that Rachel is. We'll talk about that in a little
boy,
bit.
boy, she's just a Demera chip off the old block.
Rachel, go ahead. Discuss your theory in detail in the chat, and I'll probably read it. I'm a big chat reader.
Absolutely. We got theories too.
Oh,
We have a
yes.
cast of suspects.
Oh, yes, there's a whole list that we went over before we broadcast. The main suspect, the usual suspects, but who might it be beyond that?
Yeah.
Could be nobody. Could be Dev. Remember Dev? He's coming back for revenge.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we have a quite a few, and it's, what's so funny too. It's funny that when some people when some of them are, most of them actually are being told that Congressman Kane was shot this week, Drew was shot this week, almost everybody is disappointed that he didn't
They're
die.
like, did he die? And they're like, no, no, he came close to. And they're like, dang.
Exactly.
Like, well, better luck next time. Better luck next time.
That made me.
Jenna wants to know if Scout saw something. At this point in time, we don't know if she did or didn't. She might have.
I don't.
I mean, we've already had the oh, Michael was there, and then the Tracy shows up. I mean, there's a lot of little tiny little things here and there that still may yet to be revealed.
Right. Right. He sure had a lot of enemies. So, I guess the number one suspect would be Michael, but I don't think Michael shot him.
I guess that would be. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. There's a couple. They've done a great job. All right. Leading up to it, there was plenty of people with "this guy's gotta die" on their lips.
Yeah,
Right.
and they also, they did a montage of that a little bit, actually.
Right, right. And then Anna went over the suspects, kind of like a detective noir kind of narration thing, which I think was,
Yeah.
I mean, it was covered with like a phone call, but still at the same time, it was like this detective noir. They could have slipped into black and white and I would have believed it. Going over the suspects, this person hates that guy for this reason, and this web of lies and deceit, and they're all working amongst us. Who could it be? Well, we know who it's not.
It's not Tracy.
It's not Tracy. It's not Jocelyn.
It's not Jason.
Excuse me, not Jocelyn or Jason or Vaughn or Britt or Nathan,
Nope.
presumably.
Nope.
Could be Scotty Baldwin. That'll be a twist.
Well, I think Ken Schreiner would love that.
He would
but-
absolutely love that. He's like, and Scotty's going to defend himself.
And it's not like Heather's back in town, so it's not Heather. Um,
Rachel's theory. Okay, everybody's a suspect. They all have something in common, right? They all hate Drew. The suspect has to be a twist. The perpetrator has to be a twist, right? Someone who was thought to be an ally, so that means it must be Ezra Boyle.
well, it could be, but I hope not.
I want somebody juicy. At this point in time, honestly, at this point in time,
He's not juicy enough. You're right.
if Anna were to sit me down in a chair and say, "This is what do you think? Who do you think done it?" At a point in time, right now, given what I know as a viewer of this show, I think Nina did it. Here's the thing: I don't think Curtis or Michael did it for the single reason that he was shot in the back. I think that Michael and Curtis would have shot him in his front after saying something like, "You son of a bitch." Now, potentially, all of the suspects would want to shoot him in his front and say, "You son of a bitch." But I
Yeah.
think Michael and Curtis especially would be more likely to shoot him in
It
his
would be
front.
more passionate, right?
Yeah,
This was like a walk-in execution kind of thing.
Right, this was like, oh, good, there he is, pow, right? I think that Michael and Curtis would just be a little more upfront about
And
it.
even though and it seemed like when it happened, Drew recognized the person, but he didn't seem to be shocked.
I don't
But
think
he
that he.
still recognized the person.
I don't know how he could have possibly recognized the person when he was shot in the back twice. I think any sort of shock was the fact that he just got shot.
Well, that's true. That's true. Well, I was thinking that, yeah, you're
Because
right.
if he saw the person, it's going to be too short. He's
Right.
going to wake up and say, "Oh gosh, it was Doctor David Hayward."
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
think he saw him. I don't think he saw
because I
him.
think right before that he did look toward the door, but then he turned right back around.
I didn't get that sense, but maybe you're right. I don't know. I didn't write the darn thing. I didn't write the darn thing. Bob thinks that it's
No, it
Colette.
was. This person was serious. They weren't messing around because they shot him, pretty much entered the house and shot him, and then after he fell to the ground, stood over him and shot him again.
They should have shot him in the back of the head.
They could have.
Bridget and Bob
They
thinks that it
could've.
was Colette. Was that? Is that the person that
That's
Brennan
the
was
person
just
that
like,
Brennan just sent to Algiers.
or tried to, or was gonna, and now she's
Yeah.
going to a black site if you don't tell me everything.
Yep.
Colette, huh? I don't know. I don't. I mean, I guess that's an easy scapegoat, an easy one to say. Oh yeah, it was her. She was the bad guy the whole time. But I don't know how that necessarily ties into Drew. Not yet.
Wouldn't it be crazy if it's whoever Erica's gonna play? Wouldn't that be crazy? She heard that what a pain in the ass he is.
So I see either
Wow.
realistically at this point Nina, or my fantasy, my dream perpetrator, my dream gun woman, if you will, is Monica herself.
I don't think so.
I know, but I want to. That's my dream. That's my dream.
That
Where
would be
she's
a
just
dream.
like, everybody's been trying to keep all of these things from me because they think I'm so fragile. They find a note.
Wow.
I don't know. Colette's on Sidwell's payroll and he hates Drew. I don't know. I just don't like the taste of that one. I don't find Colette being the person and Sidwell's behind it to be particularly juicy.
I mean, if you're going to go to the characters on the show where you think, well, that would be a twist. Well, D.A. Turner, 88 Turner would be a twist.
Yeah.
Marco would be a twist.
Also, you mentioned this before we broadcast. Kai should be on the suspect list as well, simply because of all of the things that he was up to that Trina missed.
Yeah.
Though
And
he
he
was in the
is,
room with her when the gun went off, so he has that going for him.
yeah, he's very disillusioned by Drew.
Maybe he set
And
up
he
the gun.
feels kind of like a fool in a way.
Maybe he
And
set it
he
up.
feels like the Ashford's family are having a lot of this trouble based on him.
So
Because,
so based on how we did see it unfold, it would be quite impossible for it to be Kai or Trina because they were in the room together when they heard the gunshots, right? But that doesn't mean that Kai might not necessarily have set it up. Maybe he went to Portia, It was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry for what I did. How can I make it up to you? And she's like, let me in so I can shoot his ass.
wouldn't it be crazy if it was Hat Daddy?
This is TJ's grand return to the show. Oh, goodness
But
gracious.
because they have written this with superbly so far as a whodunit, and there is quite a list of who could have done it.
Autumn here. Autumn my theory is Michael saw who did it, and maybe Michael saw Willow do it. And Anna should take Chase off the case because he can't be objective when it comes to Willow. And you're probably right, Autumn. You're probably
Well,
right.
he's sympathetic to Willow right now, and he might, they might wind up with a swinging back to each other.
Oh God, I hope not.
I hope not.
I hope not. I hope not. I like Chase with Brooklyn. I think that they still had plenty of time left in their love romance for all sorts of trouble and drama and togetherness and
Right.
struggle and this, that, and the other thing. So I hope that maybe this is a bump of the road for them, but not necessarily the end.
I agree.
But I know that audiences out there are more interested in rapid fire stories and having real consequence and breakups and come togethers and stuff. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Why did Chase snap at Brooklyn like that? See, you're right. See, these are the things, Adam, that's the writing on the wall that makes me wonder and it makes me concerned about my poor Chase and my poor Brooklyn because I like them together so much.
Yeah.
But did
I
you
like
feel a
them
distance
together,
between
too.
them when we saw them together at the GH Fan Club event? Did you feel that wall, that tension between the two of them?
I sure did not.
I don't know. I'm kidding.
Um,
He snapped at Brooklyn because she was starting to. I mean, she was telling the truth, and then Tracy shot her a look, and then she started to clam up, and he's like, "We don't have time for these Quartermain games, y'all." I'm trying to catch a would-be killer. Now is not the time for the Quartermains to close rank. This is serious, Brooklyn.
Serious business.
Is Cameron Matheson really gone? Mel NYC Reviews. Hello, Mel NYC Reviews. Welcome to the show. Is Cameron Matheson really gone? I don't think so. The character survived, so I think that Cameron Matheson, while he may be off for 2-3 weeks, I think he'll be okay.
He's gonna go make one of those movies he loves to do. They
Yeah,
could shoot him and
probably.
put him in the bed for 3 weeks. That's enough time to go make one of those movies over
And
there on
and you don't
Hallmark,
even need to
whatever.
do the beep beep boop next to the bedside scenes, especially since nobody cares about him.
I don't want him to die, actually.
No, I think that he's great.
I don't want Drew the character. Back like there's certain characters that die that you're like, yeah, you're glad they're dead. Like for instance, Shiloh.
Yeah, right.
For instance, Peter.
Yeah, we don't necessarily. I mean, I'd like to still see Jason have been like breaking into that lab and being like, "Oh my God, it's Peter August." It won't be,
I
but
wouldn't be I wouldn't be sad about it. I do want it to be somebody on Friday. That was the very last thing we saw was he managed to get that card key off the body of the dude he shot with the struggle, and the guy came in there to shoot him, to execute him. Jason, of course, being Jason, was able to spin it around, shoot the dude with his own gun.
well, we can't get too far into that because there's still so much Drew to cover.
I
We're
know.
only 16 minutes into this broadcast. We can't abandon Who Shot Congressman Kane already.
No, we cannot.
I think
No, we
Cameron
cannot.
Matheson
You're
has a
right.
movie.
I
And
just
that's
got
what Kaiwan
excited for a
says.
moment.
I know. Kaiwan says, I think that Cameron Matheson had a movie, and that's why he's off. And that's very, very, very likely Kaiwan. I think that you're right. Kaiwan was also sending me messages over the week, remembering how, and help me out with this in the chat if you can, because I don't know the story. I didn't watch it. But he was remembering a time where his favorite character, Susan Moore, was also shot, much like now her son Drew.
I don't remember that. It's
I don't
just too
either.
long ago.
I don't either. Mel says, good. I want Cameron to make a ton of money and rebuild his home post those fires. Hey, that's a great well wish.
It is.
I hope that
It
too.
is.
I hope that too. I mean, even if he doesn't rebuild his own home in the old place, he finds a comfortable new one.
Yeah, I mean, he did. There was a couple of, I know that Eric Braeden lost his home too.
Well, maybe they can shack up together, you know? Hey, Ma, did you know that Young and the Restless is collecting daytime actors like candy bars? It's like they're looking for the golden ticket.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
Yeah, they got they
Who else
got
is
they got
over
Billy.
there?
They got Billy Flynn.
I know they
All
got,
right.
yeah.
They got
They got
Roger. They got
they
Roger
got
Howarth.
Chadwick.
They got Roger Howarth.
Oh, I heard that he was going on, but I didn't know if that was just a rumor or if there was some
They got
realness to that.
they got Trip. Remember Trip from Days of Our Lives? He's jumping over
Yes,
the
I saw that your post. You don't trip, but there's no Wendy over there.
No. So Wendy, come back to Days. And let's see. There was one more that surprised me. Who was it that was the most recent? Well, I think was it. Is it Matt? What's his name? Matt Cohen or something? No, that's not his name. He played Griffin. Remember Griffin?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I think he's jumping over to the Young and the Restless as well.
yeah. Isn't that interesting that they're collecting all these actors and none of them are female?
Huh.
Not one.
Well, I did hear and read that the good guy men over on the show are a little hard to find. I guess the male presence on Young and the Restless is very dominated still by Eric Braeden. But he old.
He sure
I
is.
don't know if he's got the energy to hold it down like that anymore.
I would wonder why he would. I don't know. There's love for the craft and everything, but I would think that I'm getting like in my 80s. I don't necessarily want to go up to that set all the time.
Yeah. Shauna thinks that Willow did it and she's got DID, so she don't remember nothing. And Nina's gonna take the fall for her. Stephanie thinks that whoever did it, Michael saw it.
That's a good chance. That's a good chance. What was interesting is, well, I wasn't surprised at all, but boy, oh boy, when a push comes to shove, it doesn't matter what Quartermain you are. Tracy wants you to be okay.
Absolutely. If you've got a drop of Quartermain blood in you, you're gonna be all right. There is a lady going over to Young and the Restless, Tamara Braun.
Oh,
Yeah. No, they're
one of the
not.
Carlys.
Yeah, they're not just bringing on new characters. They're bringing on like known daytime
Yeah,
actors in droves.
yeah. Well, that's interesting.
Maybe they're trying to shore up the ratings or something. I don't know.
Have
Because
they had?
here's the thing, Bold and Beautiful slipped down below General Hospital when it comes to those ratings that people are arguing about all the
Really?
time. Yeah.
Well, I'm happy for General Hospital, really.
Well, it's because people left Bold and the Beautiful more than they came to General Hospital.
Oh.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Anyway, that's not the show we're talking about. Hey, Tracy.
So let's go. Let's go back. What you said about Nina. I think there's a possibility of that. Definitely. I think there's a possibility of a Nina, Portia thing.
Oh yes, them working in tandem as they did with Jacinda, who showed up and spotted both of them together after their little conversation. It made me think about them working together because they were both like, we didn't do it, right? Of course not.
You know,
you know.
I know this is
Hey,
wackadoodle, but
Melinda.
this would be funny. So what if you know how the Davis women are all like, they kind of they're chummy with Ava right now because they got themselves a prisoner together.
Yes.
So maybe Alexis said to, because Ava shoots some, she shoots somebody. She sure will. She stabbed me in the back as well. Anyway,
I need you to take care of this.
yeah, all is forgiven. Go shoot Drew Kane.
I don't think Ava necessarily, while it would be interesting, I don't think Ava necessarily has the motivation to take that, because you'd be like, all right,
No,
well, if I
because you
tell
don't
him,
really
what am I
care
going
what
to do?
anybody thinks.
Just tell everybody that you embezzled. It has to be a woman. The shadow showed short hair. But I don't know if that
Let's
necessarily.
go. I'll count on you.
Okay, bye.
Good luck. That was
He's
from
on his
Airplane.
way. He's taken off. Steven is starting basketball today.
Oh, all right, cool.
A new season of, basketball. So, and doggone it, they chose a bad time for me. Anyway,
You could-
that's
you-
where
you-
Daddy
you-
T is on his way.
you
He's on
totally-
to
Go ahead.
the littlest Steve of all of us. We got three Steves. That's the littlest Steve. The one's going to be 12 next week. That's where Grandpa's off to.
Well, you missed the airplane reference. He
I'm
popped in.
sorry?
You missed the airplane reference. He popped in
I'm
like
sorry.
Leslie Nielsen, and he said, we're all counting on you. Good luck.
Mm-hmm.
And Leslie, and that happened like 3 or 4 times in a row and because
Mm-hmm.
it was just a silly movie.
Well,
I
it's
wonder
one
if
of
he's
the
gonna
silly
pop
movies.
back in.
Some things go over my head, you guys. I didn't even get that.
Come on, Dad, pop back in.
I should have.
You got to do it
I
at least
should've.
3 times.
I should have.
Just want to
I
let you
know
know
he
we're all
loves that
counting on
stupid
you.
movie anyway.
Just want to let you know we're all counting on you. Good luck. Leslie Nielsen. Oh boy, that was great. That was so funny. If you guys just, that was good.
That was your dad right there, huh,
It
Matt?
sure was. It sure was. That was very enjoyable for me. The dagger is coming into play. Ooh, they strapped the gun to a dagger, maybe, Melinda. Autumn loves the shade that Alexis threw when she said that Willow doesn't even have custody of her own kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that came
But,
up.
no, under these circumstances, she's not in danger with Willow.
No.
The little girl's not in danger with Willow. She'll be fine. At least she's being replaced with somebody she actually knows right now.
I mean-
she could wind up because of those restraining orders all in place still. She could wind up in a stranger's home for that's not cool.
Well, yeah, I mean, we don't want her in a stranger's home, but also at the same time, is she truly safe with Willow? Not that Willow's gonna strap her down and like cut her hand off or anything. But who knows what she's gonna say to that little girl?
Well, I guess Willow could like really lose her stuff altogether.
She really could, I mean, what if a Scout sneaks off and goes hang out with Danny or something, right? Well, Willow might say to that. She might be all like, "Oh my gosh, you listen to your dad. He's God." It's not good. It's not good.
Well,
Mr.
Jason's going to
Monkey.
come home pretty soon anyway, and he'll fix that all up.
He's going to show up with so many people in tow. Airplane. He can't fly back commercial. He's going to have Sonny send the private jet.
Why not?
No more commercial air
Why not?
flights for Jason. He's got to climb into that commercial jet with Britta and Vaughn and Jocelyn and the body of Pascal and Nathan
Probably the body of Pascal.
and
So-
Nathan.
With Nathan, I think so. Nathan's going to show his pretty mug really fast.
And then hanging out over in the baggage compartment, Peter August. I mean, just all sorts of people. Fill the city, Ma. Fill the city with villains. Mm-hmm. All right? Do it.
I'll bring Uncle Victor back, too. My goodness.
Scout said, kick rocks. I'm out of here. You're right. Yeah, Rochelle. She's like, Willow, F that. Going back to the Quartermains. Quartermains are way better. Plus, also, I don't think we got the answer to the question that Willow had. Sure, I'm going to take the kid, but where?
Yeah, she did say that.
Willow's pretty homeless right now.
Kind of.
You know? Are they going to go both shack up with Elizabeth? Elizabeth's got room.
Yeah, well, that's currently the plan.
Yeah.
And since Alexis is kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place right now, that's a best case scenario. That's what Alexis is thinking right now too, and I think she's right. I mean, you don't want CPS to pick her up and go put her in emergency foster care.
And even then, is she going to take little Scout to this lovely woodland home where they have a man strapped to a bed in the basement?
Exactly.
Is that the right place for Scout?
No, it's not, because what if she found him?
Exactly.
Oh my God!
Ugh.
Talk about PTSD.
That might be worse than temporary stay in foster care. You know, you're more likely to wind up with Kevin Collins.
Hey, you know who I heard's coming back?
What's that?
Good old Valentine.
You know, that's funny because it was just mentioned here in the chat that Val is coming by Shauna. Hello, Shauna. Shauna says Val is coming back. I didn't see that. I didn't see any rumblings about that. Where'd you see that?
I saw it online somewhere.
Somewhere on the internet.
Somewhere on the
Well,
internet.
coming back in how? Did they say in any sort of extended capacity, or just like you had before, where you popped
No,
in for a couple of days?
all it said was Valentine Cassadine is coming back this fall.
Oh, well, then that sounds like it might be, more than just a second.
Yeah,
Maybe he's coming back because the whole Brennan thing is shaken down, and we find out that Jocelyn's WSB, and what's Jason going to do? Hold the secret? He might.
Well, they had definitely, Jocelyn. The whole thing with Jocelyn, that has to blow up pretty quickly now.
I mean, it's already, yeah. I mean, Jason's 2 doors down practically from where they
Yeah,
are.
he is. Yeah, he is, and he still doesn't know she's there.
No.
Oh,
no.
he's got a he got a shocked look on his face on Friday at the end of the show when he opened the door of the lab, and he's gonna have a shocked look on his face when he finds her too. Mm-hmm. And Jason's gonna save the day, because that's how General Hospital writes it all the time. If Steve Burton is on the canvas, he's going to be the hero.
Action
9
hero
times out of
Jason.
10.
Action hero Jason strikes again.
Exactly.
Plot
Action
armor
hero
Jason is what I called him on Twitter, because there's the guy that was after him. All right, so he goes back to Croatia. He goes back to the 5 poppies. Pascal is like, oh, welcome back. Let's bring you back to your same suite. We did not even feel the alcohol bottles back. Oh. So he goes inside, and then, they immediately try to shoot him because, Pascal knows. Right? Pascal knows all.
Pascal has now figured all of it out, or has been told.
Because
Colette, too.
Now, and, WSB, blah, 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 blah. They're in deep, and he will know. He will know what to do. He is on his way back. He is not happy. Oh, he. It's like they're laughing all the time. Anyway, so this dude...
So Jocelyn and Vaughn gave him a combination to that safe box, whatever.
Yeah, y'all were right last time. Y'all were right last week. So congratulations on that. Saying that Jocelyn gave a fake combination and the game set match was just a code to one of us is going to play victim and weak as if I'm broken and the other one's going to be strong. We got the whole explainer between the two of them this time. Yep. And but Jason, I got to talk about Jason. There's so much more to talk about Jason. Okay.
Okay.
Because Jason goes into this room, right, and then he is saved by the grace of writing that the assassin with the worst aim on the island was after him, because he got him dead to rights. That was practically point blank, and he missed. Jason didn't even move. The guy just missed.
That's crazy.
I know. It's super crazy. But Jason, he got the better of him. He beat him up and shot
He
him
did.
up.
They had a struggle, and Jason, in Jason fashion, stole the guy's gun from him and shot him with his own gun.
Shot him up real good, Ma.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's down.
And I think the dude is dead.
Oh, yes. So there's dead thugs galore over on this island now, right? Jocelyn's got one under her. Jason's got one under him. It won't be long before Britta has to break somebody's neck on the way out of the lab.
Right.
And Pascal's on his way out, all right?
And
There's no
she
way Pascal's
managed,
surviving.
and she managed to get the burner phone and call him, even though it was all broken up.
You have to... Island, come back.
Exactly. And what did he do?
He
He
came out.
hightailed his blue suit wearing butt right back.
Like, I'm going right back in the same suit. I'm not even going to change my clothes.
Yeah.
I love it, Jason. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, here's the thing. He's very lucky, all right? And Britta knows him very well, okay? Because he goes into her room, right? He's looking for Britta. She's not there. Starts going through her stuff. And what does he find? A note placed where he'd be able to find it in some sort of book. Because she was like, he's going to start digging through my crap. I know it.
Uh-huh.
He's going to start digging through my crap, so I'm going to leave him something. And here's my favorite part of it. It goes, hey, Jay. Here's the da-da-da-da-da, right? Is that a clue? Is that foreshadowing? Even not that Britta called Nathan Jay, because that's what Nina called him. But Britta would know.
Yeah, I think Britta addressing it to Jay was just to Jason.
No, it was, but I'm wondering if that was just like a little in-show foreshadowing.
Could be. It could be an Easter egg. It could.
Yeah, one of those
because
things.
Nina always called Nathan Jay.
Exactly. And then, at the end of the episode, the soap shocked look.
Yes.
Let's see. Aisha thinks that Scout should treat Willow like a substitute teacher and get permission to be with the boys. I'm sorry, Scout, but the judge said no.
Oh, my goodness.
And that's exactly what she'll do. She'll cackle like the evil queen that she is. She's going to be an evil stepmother towards Scout, perhaps. I'm being a great mother.
Now that Drew is shot, is Willow still going to be on the Drew train?
Yeah, absolutely. Even harder. I think that she might be
Oh,
an
my
evil stepmother
goodness.
towards Scout, but thinking that she's doing good because this is her opportunity to show everybody what a great mom she is. She's going to smother the hell out of that child. Not with like a pillow, but with attention.
All that baby needs is go to the Quartermain house.
Let
That's
her
what
hang
she
out
really
with Danny
needs.
and Rocco.
Now-
Just let her do that.
But her grandmother is going to die any day, so I don't know. Does she want to be there for that?
Well, it's not like they know it.
No.
No. Actually, that leads me to a little note that I wrote down, and it may or may not be connected to that idea. But help me out, chat. I don't know if you saw this, or I don't know if I was dreaming it, or if, I don't know, I was writing my own GH fiction at the time, or what. But when the Davises were scrambling around about Scout and going to go pack a bag, and Alexis like, no, I'm going to do it myself. You leave me alone. I'm in there. Because that's Alexis.
Yep.
Did they not pan to like Molly's phone, and on it was a text from Cody that just said 911? Did that happen? Let me know in the chat if that actually happened. Because if it did, what if? Because I don't know what Cody's up to. What could this 911 possibly be about unless it's about Monica? But also the question that I've also asked myself, because that's what I do when I think about these things. I don't just come up with one conclusion, then I challenge it.
And I wonder, was it a group text?
Maybe. But then I thought, but why would he text Molly that? Why would he text Molly 911 over anybody else if it was some sort of Monica situation? It happened, said Skeeta. Lola's mom says yes. Sandra says yes. I seen she had a missed call from him. Yes, it happened, says East Coaster. Thank goodness I'm not making stuff up. So I wonder what that is.
Maybe I looked away from the TV at the moment and he said it quick.
It was not slow. It was very much like a pan and then go to commercial type of thing. So I don't know what that could be about, unless it is like, setting the stage for her to find it and be like, Cody, what's wrong? He's like, I don't know what else to do. I didn't know who else to call. I can't call and tell Tracy. I need to call and tell somebody else first. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Because what's he going to do? Run down the stairs being like, oh my God, she doesn't have a pulse. If he ran up there to go say howdy do.
Wouldn't it be funny? I'm back at popped in my head, and I said this, I texted this to you earlier in the week, but wouldn't it be funny if Yuri shot him?
Like, heavy muffle view. You have given Miss Monica too much to stress about in her fragile condition.
Exactly.
Saw a missed call, not sure about a text. I swear to goodness gracious, it was 911. I swear to goodness. Anyway, but there was something on her phone. So
We're going to find out next week
we
together.
will. We're going to find out together as an audience. Just like the cast found out together weeks ago. It's because they've been, I think Varney or Valentine or one of the talking heads at General Hospital said that it's coming. That we're getting there.
Yes.
So
It's got to be because when we met Amanda Sutton, she said that they'd already filmed something.
oh yeah, and we that was already weeks ago for us.
Yeah.
And it
We were
seemed
there. We were there July 31st, August 1st.
yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, then it's been weeks and weeks ago. So then if they just stepped on a soundstage together that very week, then
Yeah.
we're coming up on it.
We
We're
have to
coming
be.
up on it. Jacinta's back. You're right, Jacinta is back. She's also on the suspect list.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
I don't like that idea. I find that would be lackluster, a little boring. I don't want it to be Jacinda. But she's back in town.
Well, the secondary theory on the 911 text is that because a scout had run away from the camp to the Quartermains. Did she do that a second time?
Oh.
Weren't they gonna? Because someone was gonna go pick her up.
Oh my goodness.
I don't
Oh
know.
my goodness.
If she's at the
That
Quartermains, I
baby needs
missed
to
that
be back
detail.
at the Quartermain so bad. She just needs to be by Rocco and Danny. Have some normalness. You know, if she can't, if she obviously can't be with her mom ever again, and now her dad is shot, she needs to be with Danny, Rocco, and Dante. That would feel the most normal for her.
Ooh, another commercial says Kita. Kita got a commercial break.
Well, we got commercials today.
Oh wow! Anybody else experience a commercial break? Let me know. Let me know. Sidwell shot Drew or possibly Marco. We'll see Cheryl. We'll see Cheryl. I think that
I
they're
tell you,
low on the list of suspects.
like we all know, the suspect list is so long. It is such a perfect who done it, who shot Drew Kane. It's perfect.
Yeah.
As a suspect list is so long, and yeah, I want it to be something like shocking.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Shauna confirms. Sorry to jump back onto the Scout subject, but Shauna confirms that Scout did leave Lila's kids again. In the prevailing theories that she's at the Quartermains once more. Yes, commercials today, says Sandra. I had 2 commercials, says Stephanie. Let me know. Just let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. I'll play with the options in between broadcasts. If it's annoying, but if you're okay with it, I'll let them go because it helps us. It helps us without it coming out of your pocket.
Yep, it does.
Yeah, it really does. Like when it comes down to it, when you're a little streamer like us, like it really matters. It does, because it could be the difference between like a $25 payout versus a $35 payout. When you're Mr. Beast and you're getting $1.1 million versus $125 million, it's nothing.
Exactly.
Oh,
Truth,
okay.
truth.
Willow
So
shot Drew. Oh my goodness, this is who shot JR. It is.
it could be. Um, I don't think it's Isaiah because he's too busy laying down with Portia all the
See,
time
and
now.
that's a fun thing because they showed
What?
they showed at the beginning of the week Portia just climbing into his bed to give him a snuggle before getting the call to go back to the hospital because a VIP patient was coming. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, was that Portia getting an alibi? Huh? I was with Isaiah.
Well, yeah, then she'd have to tell on herself for that.
Because
I I tell you what, I think Portia is a fool for jumping on him like that,
yeah.
and I think Isaiah is a dog for doing it too.
I once again, I talked about it last week, but I'm very disappointed in Isaiah. I understand Portia. She seems like always someone who needs a man. All right. I can see
I
that.
don't know. I suppose so. That's what we've seen so far. I don't see why she would need one, but I guess so. I guess in her personality type, she seems to think she needs a fella. Maybe.
Maybe.
But I'm disappointed in him too. I think Curtis and him were on good terms and stuff. And my gosh, he helped her get her ring off.
Right, and then put a different ring on himself.
Exactly.
It was nasty. They did the dirty, Ma.
Dirty.
They did the dirty. All right, and it's funny. It's funny because you don't think about it when you're watching the show. Okay, you go, oh, they slept together. The end. Dot dot dot. Fade to black. Right, and maybe once in a while you'll see a scene where they're rolling around under the sheets and whatnot, but you're never thinking about what the true act really is. You're just thinking of the concept of, but not the mechanics of.
Right.
Because if you were, you got to wonder, like, which surface. Like how was it safe? All of these things that you don't want to think about. But sometimes they invade your mind when you're driving in hours of traffic.
Well, I don't want her to have a late in life baby with Isaiah, that's for sure. My gosh.
What is this cabin coming into play, Ma? Are they going to go there on some sort of secret romantic rendezvous and find somebody shacking up in there?
Oh, I want somebody held prisoner in there or something. Hey, yes. That shacks in the woods are for prisoners, okay?
Yeah, you got to have somebody tied up in there. Somebody that Lucky long forgot. Did Jason go back for Britt or Joss? He went back for Britt. He doesn't know Joss is there. I'm kind of sick and tired of Super Jason.
But he's gonna know.
Sorry.
He's gonna know.
Yeah.
And Anna's more pissed at Brennan more than ever, huh?
You lost Jocelyn, didn't you? Mm-hmm. I have everything under control, Anna. Go back to police chiefing. You're busy enough. You don't have to worry about what's going on behind my WSB desk.
Mm-hmm.
Anna she needs a hobby, is what Anna needs. And her hobby can't be more crime.
No. Maybe she needs to, what's that little dog's name?
Outback?
Outback, yeah. Maybe she needs to have an Outback campaign on saving critters. I don't know.
Is Outback the perpetrator? Did Outback shoot Drew? Oh my gosh, it was Outback. Portia goes off the rails constantly, says Shauna. Hey,
yeah, she does.
she definitely needs a man or someone to clean up her messes. What made me need is gonna start cleaning up her messes.
I tell you what, right now she's a bit of a mess. She's a bit of a mess. And if Curtis and Jordan have their clothes fall off and they wind up in the sack together next week as well, then I won't think, it's not so bad. Portia's not so bad either. He's doing the same thing.
It's true. And I guess that's the direction we're going in. I know we keep on alluding to it week after week here on the podcast, but it's only a matter of time, I suppose, before they cross that line.
Absolutely. I think Jordan and Curtis, especially if one of them find out about Portia and Isaiah, especially if whether we Jordan or Curtis find out, that'll definitely make their clothes fall off faster than tequila.
Hey, Ma, I got to the bottom of my fruit cup and there's a message on it from Chandra.
What's it say?
It says, it's time for a reaction party. Hey, if you're watching the show, hit that reaction. Hit those hearts and those little buzzers and all that sort of stuff. We go spike the engagement because Chandra's not here to call for it ourselves.
Yes.
Daisy thinks that it was Monica, and I love that. Give me a heart react if you think it was Monica. Give me a little noise popper react if you think it was Outback. Was it Gio? Huh? Sandra wonders.
Probably not Gio.
Sandra wonders if Isaiah and Portia needed to borrow some Beyond the Gates Febreze.
Right?
They might.
I thought about that. It's like, Trina come in there. Hey, Mom, that's a little musty in here.
Anna needs Valbec, says Chandra, and I agree. If Valentine's on the way back, I'm really excited for that for Anna. Anna's gonna continue to get the depth of a story. And I don't hate Anna as much anymore. Not that I hated her before. I'm not a hateful viewer. But she is less of an illogical character to me, we'll say. I get what she's after. I get why she's doing what she's doing. And her history with the WSB and her history with Britain, they went out of their way a couple of weeks ago to go over one more time to remind the viewer who is paying attention, like me, what her motivations are. She feels poisoned by the WSB. She has a long distrustful history with Britain. She sees herself in Jocelyn, and she is running wild interference when it comes to Brennan and his plans with Jocelyn, and because she just doesn't like it.
I wonder at what point will Anna feel bad enough, have so much concern, and feel bad enough to tell Carly.
She never, because she still has that WSB, we'll call it programming for the sake of conversation, but I don't want to make it sound like she's brainwashed.
Right.
That respect for the institution or whatever.
Once an agent, always an agent.
You know, like, and I can't blow it up for Jocelyn because then now she's really in danger. It can't be me.
That's true.
You know, that sort of stuff.
But it seems to me the person that she could reach out to without involving the WSB, because they do have a decent relationship, would be Jason.
I mean, now that he's coming back from Croatia with the Jocelyn information, then maybe they can lean on each other for that, because I feel like he might be feeling like he's in a similar position because he was in a similar position.
Yeah.
With the
and
FBI.
Jason and Britt are definitely going to get back together, but they'll dance for a long time first.
I'm honestly surprised they didn't get it on the first time they ran into each other.
Well,
When he showed up at her door, or
still.
she showed up at his door, or whoever showed up at whoever's door that first time, I thought it was on. But no, it wasn't. I think that Jason, because of his time with the FBI and the thing with Jagger, plus Jocelyn's persistence of you can't tell anybody, Jason, I think that he will have reasons to hold it from Carly, and then it'll be further reason, further drama, further why Carly and Jason aren't together at this point.
Yeah.
Because now they're going to have that tension of you kept this big secret from me. I can't trust you like I did before. This is like you lied to me before to protect me, but this time you just lied to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It could, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I foresee. So we'll see how it all unfolds.
But and then she's going to be mad at Brennan as well, though.
Oh yeah. That's
Mad at everybody.
Whew. And I want Chris McKenna on the show when that happens. Chris McKenna, please watch. Please come on over. Sent you a message. Remember when we hung out together at the GH fan club and we were like, well, you should be on the show, and you're like, that'd be so fun. I need you to follow up. Then again, maybe Monica did it, says Tyrone. I like how we're continuing to swirl around the Monica idea. People coming in, late joiners to the elevator, coming up to the 10th floor in the half hour or at the hour mark, spitting the Monica name. I love it.
Nothing can be unheard of. It could happen.
Lisa wants to know if anybody thinks that Vaughn is Dex's brother. I think that I could see that as something that he doesn't know.
He is a Dex-looking kind of dude, isn't he?
I totally said, Lisa, that's a good
look.
question, Lisa. Thank you. Welcome to the show, Lisa. I think that they could very well pull off a he's my brother, he's my half-brother type of thing, but Vaughn never knew. But they all find out. And then, that way we can introduce Dex's family and then reintroduce Dex, because we could very easily have him not be dead now that Britt is not dead and now that Nathan's not dead. Not that we're saying we need the resurrection train going.
Well, yeah. The fall season of General Hospital is going to be I'm not dead after all.
It's not like we necessarily need, like I said, we don't necessarily need the resurrection train going. But since we've set the precedence of these sorts of like deaths might not be deaths anymore in the world of General Hospital. Because you know how we talked about the morgue and cremation and ashes and all these things being like General Hospital's final stamp on a character. And we're kind of brushing that aside for the Westbournes and the Wests. So that does open the door somewhere down the line for them to be like, well, we did get the flashback of Cyrus grabbing his driver's license from the morgue with him on the slab, but his heart was just slowed. But they found an identical cadaver. I don't know,
It could. You never know. Sometimes they go wackadoodle. It's okay.
Let's see. Tyrone also thinks that it might be Jacinda. Jacinda's another prime suspect for a lot of people, but I think that she's the red herring suspect. I think that Michael and Jacinda are meant to be our they probably did it. I see Nina as a very distinct actually did it. I see Willow as a pretty decent actually did it. But I think we're really limited to that. I really, really, truly, honestly, in my heart, I think that we're limited to those characters when it all comes out.
Nina sure hasn't given up on her daughter. She's still trying so hard to get that daughter to like her.
Yeah.
I'm here for you.
And I guess Michael might be trying to track down Jacinda so he can get her to say that they hung out all night rather than just a portion of the night. So he's got a bit of a cover since he was lurking outside of Drew's house.
Yes.
Hello, Vita.
Yep.
Dex is alive. Then Nathan is, and Faison couldn't touch the son he never knew he had until he squared up with his other son, Peter. Yeah, Nathan's totally alive. I really think that's who Jason saw when he popped into the lab at the end of Friday.
I think so too.
I
I
feel
think
that.
he's the boss. I think he's the boss that Britt's been referring to.
Listen here, I'm the boss because I'm a bad guy now.
Hey, coming back as a villain is awesome, actually.
Right, I'm hanging out with this man named Mason. He showed me the ropes.
Yeah.
I want him. I want him. And since we saw Nathaniel Gray at the GH Fan Club event, I'm reminded of how great I found Mason to be. And I am all for an open door for Mason and his lollipop sucking ways to return to General Hospital.
I think that
They should throw open that door. Mason should be there. Schmaltz should be in there. All right.
oh, he's too busy telling you to go get your smart and vinyl stuff. Actually, yeah, I would love for him to come back, actually.
be fun? Wouldn't that
And
be
this
fun?
is what I want him to do. I want him to kind of like do a Kojak thing with him. They'll put him on the police force, PCPD, and he's got the lollipop still.
Hey, one more thing.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
It would be kind of like a Taggart kind of thing. You know, Taggart was a fun cop.
He was a fun
It was
cop.
fun.
He was.
And
He
the
was.
quarter
Let's
brain,
do it.
you know, the quarter brain and all that stuff.
Let's do it.
Oh my
General
God, he was
Hospital.
hilarious.
Don't be chickens. All right, write the story. I agree. Vaughn needs to be related to somebody. Says Daisy. Give him time.
Now, Vaughn, you know, when they were tied up back to back, Vaughn let Joss know that he's got some feelings for her.
I think Vaughn should die at the end of the story. Honestly, I think that he should die. Not because I hate him or blah, 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 blah. I just think that the
But
Vaughn,
like he's a sacrifice, kind of
like
thing.
maybe he'll jump in front of Jocelyn at the last moment and die, type of deal. Not because like of any sort of endless love or he likes her, he digs her, but they're also WSB partners. The mission's on the line. That's what you would do for your partner, type of thing, right?
Yeah.
And then when it comes to like, if he's not going to wind up being Dex's brother down the line, type of nonsense, right? I think that maybe the character of Vaughn is better served being that first partner that died on the first mission, and now see how that unfolds for Jocelyn, or how that feeds into the drama that she has. But any sort of like lengthy thing, and now we're in love and a hidden romance, and no, I don't want that. I don't want that for those two. Plus, can you imagine the whining and griping people are gonna do? They're going to be like, what is this, Anna and Robert, but bad?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Have Jocelyn lose yet another? Well, they're not necessarily together. They just kind of dig each other. More than they should.
Well, Michael used to have a problem with that too. Like everybody he touched, they died. That has somewhat subsided. Like Willow should be dead by now, right?
Yeah.
So that has subsided. So maybe that virus that he was holding on to has now went to his little baby sister.
Ooh.
And now anybody that touches her dies.
Ooh. Ugh. That's exactly what happened. Dev, Oxer, Dex, and Vaughn. I'm not, but the whole thing is they're not together. They boned. That doesn't necessarily mean they're together. I don't see them professing necessarily love. They just kind of,
Yeah.
they digging it. They digging it. They digging it more than they should.
Yeah.
Sandra says, very true, Mama Cat. Tracy says, Kojak. Tyrone says that Frank Valentini the other day said something along the lines, I guess. I didn't see this myself, so I'm saying what Tyrone says. So don't come
Okay.
here for the news, folks. Valentini the other day said the writing team should have Drew wake up with amnesia, not remember who shot him, but then he holds it over the suspect's head. So I don't know if that's if that's a little GH preview that Frank Valentini did, or the hopeful musings of somebody. I don't know.
Yeah,
But,
or even, and that would be right up his alley too. Not necessarily know who shot him, because like we discussed earlier, his back was turned.
right.
But have him soon find out though.
Yeah, have
After.
him find out before the cops.
Right,
It's
have
like,
him
oh,
find out personally who
they
did
don't
it.
know about my secret camera.
And then, and you know that, but that's true right there. Means that'll also mean that he didn't learn a gosh darn thing.
No.
But that's right
Why
up his
should he?
alley
Why should he? I
to
don't want him to.
go ahead and blackmail somebody else. It's the ultimate blackmail right there.
Ma, it's interesting. It's interesting here because we got to jump back to Joss and Dex for a sec because the chat's a little behind us. It's funny because the chat wants to protect Vaughn not necessarily because they like him, but because, goodness gracious, can people survive Jocelyn's deadly hookups?
Yeah.
Does she have to be a Black Widow? Must everybody who find themselves in some sort of death? Cameron survived, but maybe it's because it was recorded. Maybe that's the secret, Ma. She's got to film it, and then everybody's going to be okay.
Well, you're right though. That is the only person that has survived it, and it's a good thing he left town.
I mean, even Deb wanted it real bad and wound up dead. Like, goodness.
Right.
Oh my gosh. We've uncovered it here on the 10th floor, folks. It's worth study. All right, fine. I'll give Vaughn a break. I'm just saying, from my storytelling heart and from the fact that it's supposed to be, a dramatic tragedy. It's not a comedy. It's not a Shakespearean comedy where everybody's supposed to turn out to be okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's a tragedy. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be a tragedy. And I think that the death of Vaughn at the end of this thing would be character building for Jocelyn on her WSB journey and serve the character that this man, I don't even know his name right now, has been playing in a way that's not like, great, we did this story that we had planned for Vaughn. What's next? Mm-hmm. Now what?
Exactly.
If they don't know what the now what is right now, then let him go. Let him go. Just like they should have with, like, Phyllis. Remember, they should never have killed Lenny.
I agree.
If they had just let those characters just go, to this day, those two pairings could be hanging out at the Tano. Sonny could be popping up every couple of months being like, hey, things are getting real bad, Lenny and Phyllis. Give me your advice on how to get through life.
Exactly.
They could be doing that, but they missed an opportunity.
Lenny could be like Yoda.
Right. Tell the truth, you should. Away from crime. Happy you were here. My gosh.
Actually, though, now back to Drew. To me, Drew's worst sin is his using Scout to hurt other people.
Oh yeah, there's
using his daughter
other people, yes.
to manipulate and punish other people is his absolute worst. Worse than all the other stuff he did to me. Worse than all the other stuff he did. All the blackmailing, all of it. To me, even worse than laying down on the floor with Nina and lying about it. The worst thing is using that child to hurt and manipulate people.
Like even worse than the Wiley thing, where Wiley because he's stupid and they didn't educate the young child, was like, my daddy hates me now because he's got a new baby.
No, because that didn't have a long
a long reaching.
What he's doing? Oh, it's awful. What he's doing with
you.
that baby is awful. He don't deserve to be your daddy.
I'm sorry to Wiley fans out there. I'm really mean to Wiley. I'm unnecessarily mean to Wiley. I am. It's because I'm jealous. I mean, this kid's got it all. I didn't have it all. But you know what, Ma? You know what the thing is? I didn't want it all.
You had enough. That's for dang sure.
I didn't want it all either. Like I saw all of these things when I was growing up, from little youth to teenage years, where I'm like, what the hell? I mean, I think ever since I really wanted that Megazord, that might have actually been one of those foundational memories for me, Ma, because I had to pull teeth to get that gosh darn Megazord. That might have limited my wants for the future.
Maybe.
It might have.
That Atari experience almost killed Matthew.
Here's the story, folks. All right, I was a big Power Rangers fan as a child. Sidetrack, childhood stories. I was a big childhood fan of the Power Rangers, and I really wanted the Megazord toy. It was the 5 Zords, and they came together and make the Megazord, and it was really cool. It was like they plucked it out of the gosh darn show.
Yes.
And they put it all together, and there were stickers and decals and colors, and it was just neat. And I don't know how expensive it was. This was the 90s. It was probably like $60. But back then,
That's a lot.
That's a lot, especially for a toy. We're at Toys R Us, Target, whatever it was, and just really, 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 really wanted this thing so bad. I've probably never begged for anything worse in my life than this thing. And I don't know, 7? Maybe younger.
About 7.
Because we were preparing to sell the house in Hayward.
Yeah.
Right? And so
Yes.
I'm like, I'll do anything for this thing except paint the house. For some reason, that was my big caveat.
I'm sure that was the 9 weeks that Grandma and I continuously painted the house.
Yeah. But you were in the middle of painting, and apparently, I remember this clearly. I will do anything except paint the house. I don't know why. And I'm like, I'll do anything except that. Here's what I need you to know what my boundary is when it comes to this Ask Ma. I am not picking up a paintbrush.
I think that you had some empathy for me and your grandmother, us painting the house I'm not exaggerating. We did it for 9 solid weeks because we painted out every square inch of the interior.
And so eventually my mother did cave, but what I did have to give over would have been my report card reward for the quarter. So, we were rewarded in a minor way. For the grades that we got. And so I had to sacrifice that in order to get the Megazord, but it was a worthy trade.
It was. And you didn't even have to paint the house.
And I didn't have to paint the house, everybody. But I moved to a fabulous new large home with my own bedroom and a better school. And here I am today. Anyway, Cassie can relate. She also loved the Power Rangers. Jeannie's popping in from Walmart. Hi, Jeannie. She's picking up some stuff. She's going to come back and watch later.
Okay.
Phyllis was the nurse that Nina knew in Nixon Falls, and she was working at Charlie's Pub. Yes, LaShawn. So she had big ties to the cast, and she just kind of flapped and faded away. Because they didn't come up with a great and then what? And I fear...
They put her at Charlie's. And that... She kind of just faded away after that.
And now there's no Charlie's.
Charlie's exploded. Well, it's a good thing she wasn't there.
Yeah, because that could have been the end of Phyllis. I don't need it. Drew will continue to be evil. Somebody brought up something interesting about Drew in the chat. I think it was who was it? I'm going to find it because I want to be fair. I want to be fair here. Was it Shauna? Sandra? Anyway, do you remember that one movie? There was this one movie with that one guy. All right, there's this actor from Shawshank Redemption. Not Morgan Freeman, but the other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
The hell is his name? I can see his face.
Yeah, but that dude.
He's married to Susan Sarandon. He used to be.
Yeah, that guy. So he
Robbins.
did. Tim Robbins.
There you go.
So he did this one this one political movie, like it was like a fake documentary about this politician who was running for president, right? And it was like this mockumentary parody to a degree, but not a comedic parody, but just like just kind of insidious political lies type of thing, and how does somebody get elected, and what's the hook in the show that they do on the campaign trail, that kind of thing. And he wound up getting shot at the end of the thing, and his whole thing on the campaign trail was playing a guitar and singing. He was like the country bumpkin politician. And at the very end of this movie, spoiler alert, at the very end of this movie, he's sitting there in the wheelchair after getting shot, after being paralyzed from being shot. And he's playing the guitar. And the camera zooms in, and what do you see? Just the minor tip-tapping of a foot. Making you wonder, is this man recovering from his injuries, or is he faking it all along?
Oh, that's exactly what Nina did, remember? When she first came to town, Nina was in a wheelchair.
Which is why when Drew pulls this and says, I can't walk anymore, even though he can, Nina's can see right through it. Who said that in the chat? I can't find it again because I can't scroll fast enough.
Willow would have big sympathy for that, too.
I'm going to give the shout out to the person who said that, please.
Willow could have big sympathy for that.
She absolutely would. She'd be like, oh my goodness gracious. And then she'll find out. She'd be like, you're the best liar I've ever known. I have to stay by your side. I have to. I just have
Well,
so
she
much
did
respect over
confide in
your ability
Elizabeth
to
that she
deceive.
don't feel the same about the fool anymore.
What's Elizabeth gonna
It's-
do? Okay, so Elizabeth, she's finding her. She's like tipped. She's like teetering. You know, she's on Willow's side, but not. At the same time, hi Chandra. Chandra's here with the Dr. Pepper for you. Candy bars for everybody else, and she's out of here. Oh, depends for Rick. Oh, great. Thank you very much for those.
No, right?
Yeah, here you
Poor
go. I'm gonna
guy.
leave him on the porch right here.
They got that poor guy. Oh my goodness. Now it's been a week, guys. They didn't even visit his storyline. He's been down in that basement or in the cellar now for a week. And now Ava's giving him a bunch of sleeping pills and stuff. Not only are they got him kidnapped and bound, but they're drugging him. My gosh. Don't you mess with the Maybe girls, especially those Davis girls, especially if they're in cahoots with Ava. My gosh, did you guys ever think that we would see the Davis girls and Ava Jerome on the same page?
And then they're gonna have to, like, when it's all said and done, just go their separate ways.
All they actually needed was a common enemy.
But they're working together, but they're not necessarily friendly, but then they also have to be. Like, it was fun. It is fun. It's been a super enjoyable ride. I
It
don't
has been.
necessarily see friendship.
I love it.
I don't necessarily see friendship coming out of this or anything. But the fact that they're coming together, and then because they still have Rick in the basement, they have to cover for Alexis because that's where she was when this went down, presumably.
I think they should just like write it so they should write it hilarious. Kind of like Dabney Coleman in 9 to 5. They need to write it hilarious.
Do it. Make it funny. Make it funny. Why not? I guess Christina and Ava think that Alexis did it. You know, let's go through the suspect list and think about who thinks who done what. All right. Okay. All right. Michael's one of the suspects here. I think that Tracy thinks that Michael did it. So
Well,
she's covering
I
big
saw
time. You know. Stella definitely thinks that Curtis did it.
She's afraid. She's afraid. Yes.
You know, she said that straight up to Trina, and she's like, well, my dad wouldn't do anything. And that kind of makes Trina almost in Camp Curtis as well. But then also Portia, because Portia was being directly blackmailed and came up with and told her all the truth recently, and then boom, now he's been shot. So
When it comes to other than Michael, there's no one more through with that damn Drew Kane than Portia. She's
It's
still
true.
through with him.
It's true. She almost let him bleed
So
out.
through.
Almost let him bleed out. Willow and Nina kind of think each other did it. And Nina
Yeah.
sort of put Willow in a corner where if because she didn't immediately deny Nina's description of their walk. And so now she's kind of in a weird position. So they kind of think each other might have done it.
Yeah.
I know that Nina's definitely worried as hell that Willow was the one who did it.
I think Nina's probably not probably the one that is regretful that he didn't die more than anybody.
Right.
And Michael too, though.
The gruesome threesome is hilarious, says Rochelle.
They
Thank
are.
you very
They
much.
are.
Thank you very much for the name. Yes, Tim Robbins was the one that I was looking for earlier. Oh gosh, oh my god. And then Nina and Portia doing it together. Jacinda. I mean, we've been over it and over it and over it, and I feel like a cop at this point because I'm just staring at the suspect list saying, "Who done it? Who did it?"
I know.
Everyone had means, motive, and opportunities.
And it's not good. We're not going to, of course, in General Hospital, don't wrap up stories too quick anyway. But we're not going to find out in the next 2 weeks. It's going to be, this whodunit is going to last a little longer than that, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's going to be the whole 3-week recovery. There's going to be the drag out nonstop. It's like when with the Who Shot Stewart, over on All My Children, there was weeks of who did it, and then we found out who did it, and then it wasn't really who did it. It was actually somebody else the whole time.
The whole time.
The whole time. Not Kendall. No, it was me, Adam. No, me, Adam. No, it was me, Kendall. I don't remember what order it was, but it's all right. Stewart lived. Everybody, Stewart was okay in the end. All right, Dr. David Hayward saved him. He was resurrected to have final conversations with Jamie and with Adam, and to continue to be the heart of Pine Valley as we close the curtain on that show.
Yes. You know what I love this past week? I love that they had Michael E. Knight and Lulu. Yeah, that's his niece, and appearing. And that's Tad and Babe right
I'm
there.
here with the story of the century for you, Lulu.
I loved it. I loved that was Tad and, Tad and Bay.
I'm telling you,
Crystal's
Ma.
baby.
I'm telling
That's
you
his
that
stepdaughter.
the door, it's his niece on this show. The door is wide open for some Bobby Eakes. Come on in, play one of Marty's ex-wives, maybe one that he still is kind of friendly with in the end. Maybe
Oh,
we
that
can
would
get a
be
little
so
something
fun.
there happening. I know we're all looking forward to Martin and Tracy, but I don't
I am
know.
looking forward to Martin and Tracy.
I mean,
What
Jane
I'm
Elliott's
not
still so
looking
spry.
forward to, but I am really looking forward to Tracy. I think Tracy and Martin will be hilarious. I love it. I hope they have a romance. Now, I don't know if I thought the conversation with Michael and Elizabeth was too lengthy this week. And if they, no, there was too much. I have too much memory of Michael as a child and Elizabeth as an adult. Too much memory
It's
there
just the days
of
of our
that.
lives for you. So you're
It's not
thinking
good.
that they
I don't
might have
want
been,
it.
I don't know, because I guess they've been Kim testing a little bit. Because he had lengthy scenes with Molly. He's had lengthy scenes now with Elizabeth. Because Sasha's gone. They were going to go the Michael
Right.
Sasha way, and now Sasha, she took off. And if they have no intention on recasting, which I don't think they should, let Sasha breathe for a bit. She's been through the
Why
ringer,
not?
folks. She's been through the ringer. All right,
Right.
let her go. Let her go hang out with Robert for as long as they can let that go before the fans
Exactly.
start
And they're going
demanding
to
that
have
they
to.
kill off Robert Scorpio too. I understand that Tristan Rogers is no longer with us, but I think that the show has shown us time and time again to put on the brakes, hold your horses. Just because the actor's gone, don't mean the character is.
Right. And they will double back to honoring that person, but
We'll
it's going
get
to
there.
take a little, it takes a
It's
little
going to
time.
take some time because they're going to want to make it good. They're going to want to make it make sense. They don't want to have to.
And to have Sasha come back just for an episode or two, and then have Robin back for an episode or two
Yeah,
would be beautiful.
they got to plan that. They got to plan. Then we get sister scenes that we didn't get before.
Exactly.
You
That we
know,
never saw.
and then Michael can be all like, "Oh, it's my baby. It's Daisy. Look at her. She's grown so much, and I've barely seen her. I only get pictures sometimes. I just want to scoop her up and hold her. I bet."
I think it's actually time for Rory to loosen Michael up a little bit.
He should tell some jokes and laugh.
I think he needs to at least smile. He doesn't need to be Junior. He doesn't need to be Jason Jr.
He's leaning too much on
Listen.
that Jason raised you note.
Yeah, he's just too he needs I like his broodiness, okay? But there's got to be more.
I get it. I get it. I understand. He needs layers and layers to that onion
Yes,
that is Michael. We've gotten this layer, but what's deeper? What's underneath it?
exactly.
Like people brood
I, I
for a
like I
reason.
like I like brooding sexy Michael, okay?
Nobody hates a
I
Rory
do.
Gibson.
I just
There's many people out there that's already like, who played him before? No, he's always been Michael, right? He's good, Ma. He really is, and I take your note and I agree with it. I reinforce it and I support it. I say yay to what you say. Maybe we'll get there. Maybe we haven't really
Hey,
explored it yet in the story. Hasn't quite gotten there. But he could be just interpreting everything through that brooding lens. He doesn't have to be brooding with Carly. I can understand how he can be like brooding when it comes to with Willow. I don't know. I'm not a director. I'm not a director. I'm barely a writer. I'm more of a talker.
me too. I'm nothing but a talker.
Yeah. Let's fill up 2 more minutes of chatter, Ma. Or 1 minute and 10 more seconds of stuff. Pascal's gonna die.
I think
Brennan
Pascal's definitely going to die.
Brennan is in for it when it comes to Carly. Just those scenes are going to be great because here's the thing, Ma. Carly's going to be really pissed off, really, really, really incensed, like unconsolably angry. There's no apology or
Yeah, she
excuse
is.
that she's going to take. And Brennan, I'm looking forward to this because Chris McKenna, he's no slouch. He's been through the daytime school of acting. So when he has that confrontation with Carly where he feels so much regret over this being the result of him trying to have it all, I think that he's going to pull out some real good stuff. I think there's going to be there's going to be a tear, but like a manly tear, not where he's like, oh my God, Carly, take me back, begging and crawling or anything, but like Valentine.
Yeah. Like Valentine's losing Anna finally.
You know, that's what I expect. That's what I expect. Jason Chatham? No, he's still around. He's still around. There's still more adventure to be had over in Croatia. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that next week, and I'm also looking forward to coming back in about an hour to talk about Days of Our Lives.
Yes, we're going to come back and talk about Days of Our Lives.
Baby
Well,
drama.
we're going to talk about Days of Our Lives because there was no code for the gate this week
Yeah.
at all.
No, yeah. So Beyond the Gates was repeats all this week, so we're going to skip that. We're going to focus only on Days of Our Lives. But last week, because of happenstance, we only focused on Beyond the Gates. We didn't talk about Days of Our Lives at all. So, in the grand
works
scheme
out.
of things, it's balanced.
It is balanced.
So
Yes.
join us in about an hour at 1:30. We're going to talk about Days of Our Lives. Just come, even if you don't like the show or watch the show, come hang out with us. Come talk soaps. You know, ask us who did what and why. Oh gosh, oh really? That's what Marlene is up to. You know, like just come hang out.
We're go back to old school Days for Dummies for one week.
Yeah. You know what I really enjoy about the Days for Dummies format is that it's the loosest podcast that we've ever done. Like it's just sitting. There's a loose Days of Our Lives like sheen over it, but we're just hanging out talking about soaps. So come on back in about an hour. Let's talk about the idea, the concepts of soaps. We'll catch you up on Xander Kyriakis. We'll tell you who Gabby slept with recently.
Oh, that Gabby. Woo-hoo.
There's nobody in town that really hasn't rid the Gabby train.
I know she been around.
I guess Leo hasn't. What secret has Javi been holding this whole time, and will it prevent him from being a foster father in the end? Come on back. Days for Dummies, let's talk about it.
Yep.
Johnny's
At 1:30.
okay. Johnny's totally fine. That's it, folks. Get on back into the elevator. Go back down to the first floor. Get into the parking garage. You're safe. You're fine. It's A-okay. Tune your radios to previous episodes of The 10th Floor, which you can find on all of your favorite podcasting platforms. If you can't find it on your favorite podcasting platform, reach out to me on social media at 10th Floor GH or 10th Floor Podcasts. Pretty much everywhere.
Pretty much. Pretty easy to find.
Like the video if you had a good time. Subscribe to the channel if you want some more. Come on back at 1:30, like I said, for Days for Dummies. Matt, Cat, the chat once more.
Yep. Once more.
And in the meantime, go spend some time with your families. I've been Matt.
And I've been Cat.
And you've been the chat. And we'll see you in a little bit. Goodbye.